David Wilson courtside, joined by Danny O'Banion, head women's basketball coach at Kent State. Danny, some opening thoughts on this matchup against Eastern Michigan, particularly the play in the early part of the second half by your team.
I thought our team did a good job of making a halftime adjustment, and the adjustment, Dave, was us playing Kent State basketball. Quite honestly, it was very frustrating to watch us in the first half because we did not do what we practiced. And so once we established ourselves in terms of guarding their personnel, once we established ourselves from a rebounding standpoint, and we started taking better care of the basketball, you can see the tail of the two halves. It's like, you know, two different basketball games. And so that's what's frustrating about tonight's outing is that, you know, if we take better care of the basketball and not provide Eastern Michigan, who thrives on scoring off of turnovers, if we don't provide them those opportunities to play Eastern Michigan basketball, this is a very different basketball game.
Well, you guys shot the ball very well tonight, Danny. 42% for the ball game, 40% in the second half. A nice evening for Melanie Stubbs, and she was a big part of that sort of second half spark coming out of the locker room.
Yeah, you know, Mel's playing like a senior, and Mel's doing a good job of having good practices, and then it goes to nobody's surprise that she's playing well in games lately when she's practicing well. You know, I thought that the surprising element was our efficiency or lack thereof in the paint tonight. I thought that they did a good job of crowding our post players. And then, you know, we missed Jordan in the second half. And so you can start to see how important she is to what we're doing. So that's a compliment to Jordan, but we've got to make sure that we're making those high percentage shots in the paint.
CC 15 rebounds tonight, Danny. 7 consecutive games for her now with 10 or more boards. She scored 9 points tonight, one shy of a double-double, 4 block shots for CC tonight. Very active game for her.
Yeah, very active. You know, CC did a good job. Even though she was having a hard time scoring the ball, she stayed engaged in the game, and she still helped us, obviously, from a rebounding standpoint. So that's a sign of maturity. Sometimes when your leading scorers have a difficult time scoring the basketball, you worry about how they're going to impact the basketball game. And CC stayed engaged. She was very active on the glass. And so that's a sign of maturity, and that's a good thing.
Danny, last thing, as I was watching that game tonight, watching the Eastern Michigan players, I really respect what they're doing and what they're dealing with the loss of one of their teammates. We wish them all the best as they continue to deal with that.
Absolutely. You know, you have to, there's no handbook for how to manage that type of loss, and so you have to tip your hat to Tori, their coach, and certainly their university for the way that they've rallied around that program and really helped young ladies deal with something that really shouldn't be part of the deal.
Danny, we'll see you on Saturday. Big game down in Athens against the Bobcats.
Awesome. Thank you. Go Flashes.